Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, or if you haven't been before, willkommen to the first of your Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 experiences. This is a plant. Don't worry, we're not going to work on that. It's just it's just where all the crumbs get swept after lunch. Just sweep them off the end, and they jump up off the table into the slightly higher plant pot. I didn't notice it was higher. Good, so there's the nonsense over with. Now down to the relatively ordinary process of fixing a car. So we're currently in the process of fixing this auction bought doodad, Katagiri Katsumoto. This is for money, it's not for keeps. I don't want to keep one of these. It's alright, but this is my current selection of done-up vehicles. The Tempest Magnum isn't done up. The way you can tell, it hasn't got an exciting blue or purple colour. So, yes, things to do. Do to things. So, our selection choices are to continue doing up this Katsumoto. It says it on the back. I don't think I ever noticed that before. We'll take one of our jobs. The jobs in the club. Yeah, I'm getting to the stage where I'm not quite sure what I should be doing, or what I want to do. I guess we could put this back together and sell it. That seems like a fairly straightforward plan, he says. Straightforward plan. So, we've obviously reattached quite a bit of stuff to this already. We've got a flywheel to go on there, Gearboxen. Accessible from the engine bay, of course, which I can't get to now that I've lifted it up. Okay, let's look at the rear suspension. Let's do all that stuff. So we need a rear suspension cross member. Very cross. Rear suspension grumpy man. Rear suspension cross member. Yeah. Good. A rear sway bar A. Let's get all the rear stuff. Rear sway bar A. Lovely jubbly. Oh, we need some little oh, we've got some rubber bushings. Awesome. And one on that side. I don't have the whatever that is here. That will be required. Okay, so we've got a sway bar rear end link. Sway bar rear end link. Sway bar. Two of them on the presumption that we haven't got one on the other side. A rear suspension arm, we've got a couple of them. Awesomes. And how about this here? Shock absorber A. Let's get that rear shock absorber A. Rear shock absorber A, 2 of. Put that puppy in. Oh, we need a small rubber bushing. Presumably we need 2 of them puppies. Small rubber bushing. Let's pop him in there. Oh yeah, then we can put our rear suspension arm A on. Very nice. That has confused me in the past, just forgetting about that little rubber bushing. So spring cap, rear spring times 2, obviously. Rear spring. I'm going to shift click to buy. Still grateful. Rear shock absorber cap thingamajig. Alright, so we've got some rubber bushings to pop into the cross member. Oh, 4. Right, I didn't realise there was an extra one there. So we need to buy at least 1 rubber bushing. Rubber bushing. Oh, I bought a serpentine belt for something I don't need. Shift click, the downside. Gotta be accurate with your clicking, kids. If you're an old fogey like me, you might just keep missing. Small rubber bushing. Okay, so the rear suspension is coming together. Very nice. Very nice. Shock absorber. Oh, the sway bar link. And spring cap. Spring and spring cap sort of thing. There we go. I believe that I can can fly. No, I don't know why I always go to R. Kelly there. It's a bad thing. Oh, rear suspension arm B. That's probably important. Who knows? I've got another one of those over here. We already put it on. Nope, there it is. Rear suspension arm B. Ah, we've got one of these put on over here, look. Oh, let's finish screwing that in. Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension arm. Oh, that's the upper arm. Rear suspension arm. Hey, for shift clicking all the wrong things. You have got to laugh. A rubber bushing, or else you pop. You pip. Alright, so I think that is the rear suspension complete. So we need a fuel tank. Fuel tank. Probably a fuel pump or whatever it is that's in there as well. What is that puppy? A fuel pump. Oh no, I've got one. Look at that. Glorious. Okay, so let's go to exhaustings. So we need an exhaust pipe. That's one thing we need. Oh yeah, that's that, a rear muff. Rear muff. And then we've got, so it's a cat or a middle muff. Middle muff. Middle muff. No, past it. Middle muff. And then the cat. And then some front bits. Front exhaust section. Nice and straightforward. Front exhaust section. And that's the exhaust done. Okay, so let's bring it down and have a butcher's at the engine. Loop. Engine butchers. So we need, got one of them. Exhaust manifold. Lovely jubbly. Oh, we need a manifold cover as well, don't we, for this car? Have we got one of them? Yes. There we go. Starter. No. Just a generic starter motor, please. Remember my alphabet. Starter. Generic. Okay. Bolt that in. Alright, got battery. What else? Fuel filter. Fuel rail DI, oh, we've got one of them. An intake manifold I4DI. Intake manifold I4DI. Okay. Intake manifold. Intake manifold I4DI. There we go. Bolty. Alright, and then is there a throttle attached to it? Yeah, throttle I4, we've got one of them. Lovely jubbles. Ah yes, so we've got our timing majiggers at the front. Crankshaft pulley. Crankshaft pulley I4. Was it? Yeah. I4. Crankshaft pulley I4. Bolts. And then we've got idle roller A. Oh, one of them. Idle roller A. Yeah. Water pump I4. Whoops! It came all the way out. Where were we? Prouvéing le wrong boutons, as I am wont to say. So, water pump I4. It's right down the bottom. Water pump I4. Bolt that chapper in. And then we've got some belts. Yeah, we've got a serpentine belt B, and then probably a serpentine belt A. Just, putting it out there. Serpentine belt B. Yeah, belt tensioner, of course. Let's just guess that we need a serpentine belt A. Belt tensioner. Serpentine belt A. Awesomes. Any more tightening things? No, that's all that. What about timer belt cover? No, that's already on. Alright, so what else do we need? We need a brake servo. Oh, got one of them. Your fuel filter. I can't remember if I put the oil filter on already or not. Fuel filter. Alright, I need a battery, we need an ABS pump, which we've got. An ABS module to attach to it, also has. Awesomes. Alright, oh yeah, and a battery. What about this? Radiator fan, got one of them. Let's buy a battery. Supercell. Alright, what else? Oil filter. Oh look, one of my favourite things to forget. And all the brakes, of course. Sway bar, link jobbles. Where is it? Oh, I haven't pressed 2, have I? So I can't see anything. Sway bar, front end link A. Sway bar, front end link A. Go right ahead and assume I need 2. Alright, no clicking my way through the engine there. Alright, yeah, there's another one. Awesome. Good spot me. Alright, so let's do some brake stuff. Presume I don't have any of that. No, brake disc ventilated, so brakes. 2 of those. Pads, got none of those, so 4 of them puppies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, calipers. Oh yeah, we've got some of those. And the bog standard wheel. I'm not keeping this car, so there's no point doing it up fancy. I'm not sure you get any more money for it. And I'm not one for experimenting. Okay, I'm going to need 1 caliper by the looks of it. Still. Whoop! That's right. Get them little thingies in. What are they called? Bolts, that's the one. Oops. Oh yeah, need some more brake discs. Non-ventilated, please. Pad and caliper. I wasn't checking if they're 100%, but I think they are. Oh, why can't I put a wheel on? Oh, is it a wheel hub jobber? Yeah, wheel hub cap. There's always something. Yeah, oh, I need a caliper. Running gear, wheel hub cap. Alright. Brake disc, pad, caliper, wheel hub cap, and the wheel. Theoretically, although I've nearly always forgotten something, that's everything. Oh yeah, there's some body work to do. That's all the parts. Now, of course, I want to sell this vehicle rather than push it into the garage, so I have to remember to put some oil in it. Some of my favourite forgetty things. Now, there isn't an engine cover to forget. Alright, there we go. That's enough of that. Yeah, so bodywork, isn't it? That's all that's required. So I need a left headlight, and this is a Katsumoto. So let's go to the body shop and to put in cats. Just give us the Katsumoto. So I need a front left headlight as opposed to a front left tail light. Oh, Jesus. Oxymoron. Alright, that's that. Or just a normal moron. Front right fender. Oh, I've got one. Oh, I should... okay. Surprising. Front right door. Oops. That appears to be everything. And it's only worth 30 grand after all that. I don't really feel it's worth the effort or time. So there you go. Completely done up. To be fair, we went into the auction with about this much money, about 55 grand, and we bought 2 cars. So basically, we've kind of got the Tempest for free after doing all that, I guess. Yeah, that's alright, I suppose. Yeah. Right, so let's see if there's a nice quick finishy offy job. Well, it might not be that quick, but it should be alright. Bookend REP. So weak colour. Okay, so there's 4 gearbox problems. Let's get it on a lifter. Okay, so I want access to the gearbox, so I'm just going to check that the starter motor doesn't come off from up here. Nope. That hovering. Someone complained that the new DLC cars hover on top of that, they don't actually touch the arms of the lifters. There's quite a lot of cars that do the same thing, so it's not just the new DLC cars. Right. Okay, so we need to remove the drive shaft and the starter motor that I just took off. Let's get to the gearbox. Here we go. Drive shaft. So the gearbox itself is one of the problems. It's very chocolatey looking. Yeah. And either the plate or the flywheel under here are pretty chocolatey looking. There's the flywheel. Okay, so gearbox. Yeah, so we could potentially fix the gearbox. So if I go to the right place, I go to the magic bench that does the fixing. Yeah. Oh, I should have shift clicked, shouldn't I? Shift click. Shift click. Yeah. Okay. I guess that means it's all good now. Or I've broken it, but there's no sound effect, so... no, I want to be at the front of the car, look. See, that's where I am. Right, okay, so I need to purchase plate, release bearing and flywheel. So, let's go to the gearbox. A plate, release bearing and flywheel. That's what I said. Yeah, cool. And then we put it all back together. Nice and swiftly. 45, is that... I guess 45% is part of the above the cutoff. Let's just double check. The cutoff is 43. Yes, that's fine. And a spanky new gearbox. That's right, which will very soon, I'm sure, deteriorate into the chocolatey state that everything else is in. That's alright, because then you bring it back to the garage, which is where I earn my money. Yep, that's right. Random nonsense. It's the talking and the bolting. It's hard to do both. Bolty bolt, talky talk, talky talk, and bolty bolt. Right, there we go. Yeah, okay, take it down from there, customer. That's right. He was an ass. I didn't like him. Right, any more super quickie jobs? Nope. There's a couple of jobs to get rid of though. So, well, thank you very much for watching. It's not been that. I was going to say it's been quite quick, but it hasn't really. How do we keep the paint shop walls so clean? Yeah. Anyway, pointless questions for another day. So that's all. Come back next time when we do more stuff and fix some cars up. Yeah. Woo!